Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here.
It's a really obvious issue of racism and injustice in this country. Australia is the only Western nation that actually has a policy of mandatory detention for refugees. It's a very small number of people who come, and yet, reading the newspapers or listening to the things our politicians say, you wouldn't get a sense of that. There's a constant demonising, I think, of some of the most vulnerable people, in the world.
We're down here to protest, the actually appalling treatment of people seeking asylum in Australia by the Australian government. Yes, people are locked up completely arbitrarily, and as we all know, being in detention centres is completely detrimental to people's mental health situation. A lot of these people are fleeing from war zones and absolute genocidal kind of conditions, and when they arrive here they're treated like criminals for doing absolutely nothing wrong at all. So that's why we're all here today to try and send the message about we should be welcoming people seeking asylum to Australia, not locking them up.
Have an epidemic essentially of self-harm in the detention centres. There was the Australian of the Year a few years ago, Patrick McGorry, called the detention centres factories of mental illness, which I think is a very accurate description.
Yeah, we had problem in the detention centre maybe 4, and 1 year 16 people in the jail. 1 year didn't see doctor. We have problem, kidney and every problem is body, didn't see doctor.
My name is Iraj. I'm Iranian refugee, Iranian for democracy. I was detention center 10 months in the Villawood and Christmas Island.
I can't believe Australia for freedom. I believe just you, just help refugee. Shame government, shame peace power.
I think the most important thing about detention is that it effectively functions like a jail. If you go and visit, I have visited Villawood Detention Centre in Sydney. It's relatively high security. There's 5 or 6 fences, and there's other detention centres that have even higher levels of security than that. There's no freedom of movement.
I was Darwin. I saw detention centre Darwin, 100 child. 100 child, everyone talk to freedom, and 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, 6 years, in 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, they were in the detention center. I'm not happy. I couldn't sleep every night because the kids go to school, go to play, go to park, not to jail, not to detention center, same for jail.
Northern Immigration Detention Centre in Darwin in February, there were 4 refugees who attempted to commit suicide just in 1 month alone. There was a man who swallowed a light bulb twice, in both times in an attempt to kill himself. This is the desperation that detention drives people to, and the fact that the Immigration Department could continue to justify a policy like that in the midst of a mental health crisis, I think is an indictment on them and the way that they think about and treat some of the most vulnerable people in the world.